I guess after that Kentucky game, Coach Leach just said that it hadn't really been, that great of a week in practice. What kind of response have you seen maybe from the team this week in practice?
We just came out with a lot of more urgency to get better and just focusing in on the small details to get better.
You got a chance to go in there, I think, in your freshman year to Alabama. What do you remember about that ball game and the experience you had there?
That we was a young team trying to figure out our identity, and that it could be loud there, and they feed into the energy, so we just got to go in there and perform.
You guys have only allowed 7 points in the first quarter all season on defense. How important is it to get off to a good start defensively?
That's important in every aspect, just not letting them be able to score and giving our offense back the ball.
Kentucky hit a lot of big plays on 3rd and long in the passing game. Watching the film, what was going on there with y'all's defense in the back end?
Just a lot of not communicating and not having the right call and not focus, really, just not communicating.
Coach has said he kind of wanted to see a little bit more player leadership. I guess, how much does that go on a guy like you, one of the experienced players? How much do you kind of put that on yourself to be one of those guys?
I didn't take it on a leadership role this year. Me being an older guy, well, not really older guy, but older guy on the team. So just being a leader and showing how to do it and how to what not to do, and just being a leader.
Coach says that it doesn't. Even though Alabama has a Heisman Trophy winner and number one's a pretty good back, obviously can't focus on one or the other will hurt you. And it's just a collective. How do you see that matchup?
We really just worry about ourselves and worry about how we can make our adjustments and better more than what they did, honestly.
On that interception, it seemed like you read that play from the start the other day, that pick six. What did you see pre-snap that allowed you to make that play?
Really just watching film. They ran that play before a couple of times, and I looked at the receiver. He was off the ball, and he motioned. I just made the play on instant.
How good does it feel to jump around like that and take one back?
It feels amazing, honestly.
Did you feel like you guys were turning the game right there, and how disappointed was it that y'all weren't able to get off the field that next possession?
It was kind of disappointment. We was brought it to a closer game, and we just couldn't get the job done.
I don't know how much you pay attention if you've seen it, but you were named a midseason, on the All-American list. I guess what does that mean to you?
It really doesn't mean nothing. I'm just here to win and be the best team I can be.
Austin, did you play in the 2018 game in Tuscaloosa?
I think I got a couple snaps, yes, sir, but I didn't play a ton.
So this will be your 3rd trip over there. Kind of a unique factor. We've got to play anywhere in the SEC 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've been there a couple times. Got to see the lay of the land, hear the crowd and all that. So, yeah, same experience there.
So there's nothing that should surprise not just you, but the guys who played there 2 years ago. This should be a veteran team ready for this trip.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys with experience. Had the opportunity to make that trip a couple years ago. So that's a good thing. You want guys who are used to it, won't be, not new seeing the big lights.
Coach Leach had mentioned, watching the Tennessee-Bama game, that Tennessee's tempo kind of helped them a bit against that Bama defense. Is that something that you guys anticipate having a bit more of, using some tempo in this game?
I know we want to play fast. When we get lined up, make plays as fast as we can. Obviously, Tennessee had a lot of success, but we're going to do what we do. Our Coach Leach tells us to do this week, and I'll follow that.
You guys have outscored opponents 60-67 first quarters this year. How important would it be to get off to a good start against Alabama?
Yeah, you always want to start fast. That's awesome. That's something Coach Leach has done a great job installing and ingraining in us. It's kind of that mentality. You come out swinging first. And, that, like you said, that's big in any game, not just against Alabama. You want to start fast against every team, so that'd be huge.
Obviously, you guys have had some struggle scoring against Alabama since you've been here. It just seemed like it's almost mental at times, because you've seen other offenses that aren't as good as y'all be able to put up 20 and 25 points against them. What do you see in that stretch?
Yeah, we've had some struggles in the past, but new year, new game. Not really worried about all that. Confident in our team, how we're feeling. Our offense feels great. Our defense, the whole team, the whole unit. So we're looking to come out there just confident, play our game.
When you go back at the Kentucky game, and when you watch film, obviously Kentucky had an answer pretty much for what y'all were trying to do. What were they doing? Anything different or from last year, or what did you see that kept y'all from sustaining drives?
They just outplayed us, plain simple. We didn't execute at the level that, the standard that we hold ourselves to. They just outplayed us, it's kind of really what it was.
Coach Leach had mentioned that one of the leaders, he's been calling for some player leadership, and he mentioned Will was one of the guys. I guess, how much have you seen him, as he's gained some experience, become one of the guys that maybe players turn to in tough situations?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody leans on, looks to him. He runs the offense. He's always bringing the juice, kind of that mentality, that edge, that edge for us. So everybody turns to him, in crunch time situations. We all look at him. We all got full faith and confidence. He's done a great job in lead for us.
The one scoring series at Kentucky, the offense just clicking, getting up the line, play running, making yards. Was it more frustrating you didn't do it more often, or encouraging that when you do it that way, you can score?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you look at it both ways. You know, you can look positive, negative, but you know, that was obviously the bright spot of the game that we had. You know, played fast, made some plays, executed. And, you know, that's just like we said. Look at that standard. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do that, you know, over and over and over. And we just kept on shooting ourselves in the foot in other situations. So, you know, look at that. You know, learn what we can from it, the good, and you know, hopefully apply it.
You made some really
Obviously.
tough catches the last few weeks. The touchdown catch last week, and then that one that you had against Arkansas or A&M one. How do you feel like you've handled the last few weeks out there, wide receiver?
Felt good. You know, felt like preparing well. Had some really good practices. Just you know, trying to go day by day, game by game. You know, not get too far ahead of myself, and you know, enjoy this last year, make the most of it with my teammates. You know.
Obviously, the second time this year where you've had a big fourth down catch right there on the goal line. You know, the Arizona play, I think it was something you and Will had run, you know, multiple times, kind of cut there on the inside. What did you see? Was Kentucky maybe expecting that? You cut it back to the outside, or what was the play there?
I mean, it's basically just a little speed out, man to man. Kind of just got a win right there. Yeah, I don't know if he's expecting to slant what it was, but you know, kind of just set it up, burst out, and you know, good ball in my chest, hard drop.
What do you see from the Alabama defense?
They're a big physical group. I mean, they fly around. They got a lot of playmakers all over the field, obviously. You know, definitely respect them. I mean, they've been playing well. Obviously, they lost the game. They're still a good defense. Been playing really well, play hard. You know, we're excited about it.
You go against Emmanuel Forbes sometimes at practice. He got nominated mid-seed in the national awards. You know, what do you think he's done this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's as good as anybody in the country. He's an unbelievable player. You know, we've seen it on the practice field. Now I love seeing it come to light for him. He's a nose for the ball. He always finds it. He's got great hands. He could really be a receiver. I'm just proud for him to see all the success for him.